Everyone knows Donald Trump's friend Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. But today, on Birds Aren't Real, we're diving into 4 of the weirdest Epstein conspiracies, which are all the more disturbing because the story is so murky you couldn't rule any of them out. Get ready for honey traps, transhumanism, occult temples, and mind control. First up, claim number 1, mind control. No, Darren Brown was not on the flight logs, but Epstein's alleged secret funding of MK Ultra-style science experiments. MK Ultra's CIA-funded mind control program in the 50s to 60s was a staple of conspiracy theory lore of the past. Turned out it was all true. They admitted it. Epstein wasn't old enough to be a part of that, but he showered universities like Harvard and MIT with millions. Enough to fund cutting-edge behavioral, neuro, and AI labs, investigating the kind of thing MK Ultra used to be into. One Harvard professor admitted taking $6.5 million for evolutionary research, saying, "With hindsight, we allowed MIT to contribute to the elevation of his reputation." There were several high-profile scientists allegedly associated with Epstein, for some reason. Epstein's interest in transhuman science and AI fits eerily with covert behavioral projects. Was he funding innocent biotech or private mind control? Next, Epstein's transhumanist baby factory. Reportedly, Epstein wanted to seed the human race with his DNA from a New Mexico baby ranch. The New York Times claimed he told top scientists he wanted to impregnate 20 women at a time at his ranch in Santa Fe, New Mexico. One scientist, Jaron Lanier, said Epstein modeled it after the infamous repository for germinal choice, a sperm bank where Nobel winners' sperm was stored, screening attractive women with impressive academic credentials.
One thing.
He also wanted his brain and penis frozen after death for future resurrection. Epstein's infamous temple on Little St. James. Was it a cozy piano bar or an esoterically designed bunker for Beelzebub? Business Insider interviewed a piano tuner who'd worked at the temple and described it as being like an architect's acid trip. He described pewter walls, gargoyles on the roof, 2 levels with wooden floors, oriental rugs, and a portrait of Epstein with the Pope perched on a bookshelf. Online theorists have taken this further. They draw comparisons between the temple and the Mamluk-era Hammam Yalbuga bathhouse. Don't ask me. They mention weird architectural patterns, statues of Poseidon suggesting human sacrifice, doors being in the wrong place. Look, it's online theorists. What do you want? Finally, Epstein was not just a billionaire pervert Prince Andrew hung out with. He was a spy-worthy honeytrap mastermind pulling elite strings. Conspiracy buffs point to his meticulously recorded flight logs. Elite A-listers, royals, business titans, David Copperfield. But one of the most explosive claims comes from former Mossad intelligence operatives themselves. In the book, Epstein, Dead Men Tell No Tales, Israeli spy Ari Ben-Menashe claims Epstein and Maxwell were running the honey trap operation to blackmail the powerful in Israel's interests. He said,
"See, f***ing around is not a crime. It could be embarrassing, but it's not a crime. But f***ing 14-year-old girl is a crime. And he was taking photos of politicians, 14-year-old girls. They would just blackmail people like that."
Even Tucker Carlson stirred the pot, saying Epstein worked on behalf of Israel.
And moreover, it's extremely obvious to anyone who watches that this guy had direct connections to a foreign government. Now, no one's allowed to say that that foreign government is Israel.
Israeli officials slammed it as a far-right smear. Former lawyer and friend of Epstein, Alan Dershowitz, flat out says Epstein wasn't a spy.
Almost everything in the files has already been revealed. The stuff that has been revealed involves obscure people that nobody has ever heard of.
Israel now wants Dershowitz to defend it against charges of genocide. So, nothing to see here. Move along, move along. Come to think of it, maybe this one isn't all that weird. So, was he just a prolific sex offender with such a winning personality that the rich and powerful just all wanted to hang out with him? Or a spy, a eugenics overlord, an occult puppet maestro, or all of the above? Because why not? What we do know is mad enough, so it isn't hard to think what we don't know is even madder. Let me know if you want more deep dives into alive and kicking conspiracy theories. Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. If conspiracies, mad, and maybe are your thing, here's a link to some others. Until next time, stay suspicious. And if you accept any invites to a private pervert island, wear a convincing disguise.